Hello there everybody, it is me FreezerBunny and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed building video. Okay guys, so today we are building something interesting. I was thinking of creating something a little bit unusual today and something different to kind of make things more exciting. So I did some research and I decided that I wanted to build a lighthouse for the game. I actually think that lighthouses are a very common build for The Sims 3. However, I did not find many that were available for The Sims 4, so I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna start this bandwagon and kind of try to build my own version of a residential lighthouse for The Sims 4. Okay guys, so yeah, I noticed that my past couple of builds were very ambitious, they were very elaborate, they were very avant-garde, I guess. So this time I kind of decided to take it easy for myself and kind of build something that was a little bit chill. And yeah, I just decided to go with whatever I wanted to do, and this is what I ended up building. Of course, there is going to be a lighthouse that's going to be built here. As you guys can see, it's an octagonal shape. So yeah, it's really fun. It actually turned out much bigger than I was expecting. So in a little bit, we are going to be deleting bits and pieces of this lighthouse and kind of making it a little bit smaller, just because I didn't want it to overpower the house itself. And I don't know, the end results actually turned out really nice. I'm so happy with how it looked like in the end. It looked really cute, and I don't know, I'm super proud of it, I guess. You know, you would not be seeing this if I hated it. That would not something that I would, you know, that if I ever made a house build that I did not like, I would never upload it. I would never upload it because that's not something that I would ever do. But I don't know, for some reason, the thing is, I feel like the commentary for this video is gonna be really bad because I am super stressed out with my thesis and stuff. So yeah, if I sound a little bit weird, which I definitely do, just please bear with it, you guys. I promise next week's commentary will be so much better. This is also the first video that I'm recording today, so that's probably why. But as you guys can see, we colored the lighthouse the stereotypical color, white and red, of course. Basically the story that I was kind of going for is that the lighthouse was built during the heyday of commercial activity in this part of Willow Creek, but eventually as the decades went by, like the commercial activity went somewhere else. Where the present lighthouse in Willow Creek is located is a little bit further off into the ocean. And, you know, eventually, like, a couple decided to buy it and kind of make it their house. And because there was a lighthouse already there, they decided to just keep the lighthouse and build the house connecting to it, if that makes any sense. So the weird thing is the house actually turned out very elaborate, very formal. I don't know why. But yeah, the house itself turned out really formal. And I really liked how it looked in the end. It looks very classy, very Victorian. I don't know why, but for some reason I've been feeling a lot of Victorian architecture lately. I've been building a bunch of Victorian builds and stuff, so I don't know. It's just I'm kind of in the mood for that, I guess. And yeah. And as you guys can see, I did decide to carry on the color scheme of the lighthouse into the house itself. So there's a lot of red happening and a lot of white as well. I really like the combination of those two colors. It feels very, you know, like small town-ish, I guess. But the interiors are very grand. You'll see in a little bit later on in the video. And you guys kind of see me here, trying to build like a bay window, which did not work out for some strange reason. It did not work out for me. The thing is, I was able to make it work, but just the proportions of it kind of felt really inappropriate. Because the house kind of felt really provincial or countryside-ish, and the bay window kind of made it look more like sophisticated and stuff, and I really didn't want it to look sophisticated. I want it to look country-ish, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I'm having a lot of trouble vocalizing my idea today. I don't know why, but eventually I am going to actually just get rid of that bay window because I did feel like it was unnecessary. So yes, you guys will see me get rid of that in a little bit. I felt like it was a little bit too much, and I feel like the house had a lot of detail already. So I didn't feel like it needed that extra oomph with the bay window, if you guys get what I mean. I think the roof itself is really elaborate. Plus, there is a lighthouse, so I kind of want to focus all the attention on that. And yeah, as I've mentioned earlier, I kind of went a little bit chill. I allowed myself to kind of be a little bit chill with this build. Since I've been very, very ambitious with the past couple of builds that I've done lately, I just, okay, it's time to build something that's a little bit more laid back and a little bit more effortless, I guess. So I did stick to just one floor. There's no way to get up the lighthouse, especially on the topmost floor. There's no way to get up like to the topmost level of the lighthouse, actually, because you can only access like the ground floor of the whole entire lot. Unless you cheat, actually, you can actually like type in testing cheats and then teleport your sims to where you want them to be. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, originally I didn't set the parameters really high. I was intending this house to have only one bedroom, but I was surprisingly able to fit in 2 bedrooms, 1 master bedroom, and 1 kind of child's bedroom and stuff. And there's no living room. There is, however, a really large kitchen, as you guys can see. And there's also like a nice little office space, which I really, really like. The part of the ground level that has the office space is the one that is on the ground level of the lighthouse, actually, which is really fun. I really like that idea, and it was my first time to actually build like an octagonal room entirely, so that was a really fun thing to decorate. But anyway, right now we are working on the kitchen, and originally I was intending this to be completely symmetrical on all sides. It's both a kitchen and a dining room, by the way, so that's why it's a little bit bigger. But I had some trouble with like the corner cabinets, which, by the way, I always have trouble with those. For some reason, they would not attach to the corner wall on the side where the fridges are. So I was really annoyed, and I'm like, you know what? Symmetry, I got a lot of hate because a lot of my builds tend to be like insanely symmetrical. So I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna make this slightly asymmetrical, but not too much. Classical architecture is always about symmetry and it's always about proportion. So I kind of want to keep those kind of details still. But still kind of give this like a little bit of a provincial, rural type of feel. I guess that's the right term to describe it. More rural, I guess. So you guys can see that I used a wallpaper that I've never used before, but I really, really like. It has this blue wood paneling and like some sort of, I don't know, peachy pink wallpaper, which I really like. I don't know why. It felt really Victorian, and I just really, really like the look of it. Of course, there is a ton of clutter in the kitchen and stuff, and there is gonna be like a sunflower motif all throughout this house later on when I actually discover a sunflower painting that I really liked. So I did add a bunch of sunflower themed items like paintings and some actual sunflowers on vases and stuff. So that was really fun. So this dining kitchen area, it's kind of also like the living room. So I threw in a bunch of clutter that you would normally expect to find in like a living space. But if you live like a rural lifestyle, pretty much all your daily activity revolves around the kitchen anyway. So that's that. And yeah, I did unlock those like shelves and study tables that I really, really like. I used these in my previous builds, and I'm just like, okay, they do have this country-esque kind of feeling that I was going for, so I decided to include those as well. I love the rich colors of this house, and once again, I tried to make this room completely symmetrical, but I know that I'm gonna get a lot of hate for it, so it's not. Some furniture is not duplicated, I guess, if that makes any sense. So it's not symmetrical, which I'm pretty sure you guys will appreciate. I really like the detail of the blue wood paneling for the walls. I feel like that gave it an extra provincial type of feeling to it, which I really like. And there we go with the sunflower paintings. And it felt really appropriate for this, for this house. It felt really fresh, it kind of, the sunflower details kind of gave the house like a little bit more of a fresh type of atmosphere, which I really like. So I did continue on that detail to the other rooms in the house as well, especially with the master bedroom. I really, really like that room as well. There's a lot of yellow happening, but I also like the rugs that I use. They're a little bit unpredictable, I guess. That these rugs, they aren't usually the ones you would expect to find in a house like this. I think they also make the space like look much formal. I think it's because of the details of the rug. It looks very rococo. It looks very regal. And I really like that though. I really like the colors of the rugs and kind of how it ties in all the different pastel colors that we have on the walls and stuff. So yeah. So I was able to fit 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, and there's a little bit of a hallway to kind of just separate all the different rooms together and to give it a little bit more privacy, I guess. So yeah. Anyway, I am experimenting with some wallpapers. As I've mentioned, this is the first time that I've actually used those wallpapers, and I really like it. This particular one comes in 2 different sets. There's one that has the paneling on the bottom part of the wall, and then there's one that has just very thin paneling on the top and bottom part, which I will eventually use for the bedroom. And there we go with the sunflower theme for the bed as well. So yeah, the original layout for the bedroom was really crappy. If I do say so myself, I did not like it at all, but I kind of played it off and kind of try to convince myself that, you know what, it's not so bad, it'll be fine. But eventually you guys will see me completely do over the master bedroom just because I just was not comfortable with the layout. But I really like how the bedroom has like its own doorway leading to the outside. I kind of really like that detail. I don't know why. It felt like, people would want to go outside because the landscaping for this house is amazing. I really, really liked it. I'm super proud of it. It's very organic. There's lots of rocks scattered all throughout. And I kind of felt that it was appropriate for like the lighthouse idea that I had. So that's that. But I don't know why, but I did end up changing the layout for the master bedroom just because I felt like it was a little bit weird. I don't know why. It's not even bad now that I'm looking at it again, but definitely the next layout that we're going to do is much better. I was able to use some really beautiful floor-to-ceiling curtains, and we will also change these wallpapers in a little bit into a different version of the wallpapers that we have. So yeah. Beautiful wooden floors as well. Really, really long panels of wood that we have there. So once again, trying to incorporate as many clutter items as I can just to kind of make the house look like it's actually lived in and stuff. So yeah. Also, by the way, this video was supposed to go up much earlier. But unfortunately, when I was about to start recording like the second half of this house build, first, the game decided to update. So I had to wait 2 hours because of my crappy internet to update like 1 gigabyte's worth of new content. And by the way, there's a lot of really awesome things that came with the new update as well. So highly suggest you guys update your game before anything important happens. Because it really kind of turned me off. I'm just like, okay, this is so annoying. I was such in the mood to start recording and stuff. And then boom, the game updated. And then just like, I had to wait 2 hours until it finished updating, which was really annoying. But I did end up being able to record eventually. So that's that. So hopefully it meets the Friday publishing date and stuff. Because it is 7:30 already Friday. here where I live. It's probably like 12. You guys who are watching this in the States, it's like 12 hours behind. So I'm pretty sure I'll make my Friday deadline. So anyway, enough talk about deadlines and stuff. Anyway, I did try to incorporate a lot of really random items in this room. I don't know why. I tried to make it less formal, which turned out really nice. And you guys will actually see that the master bedroom has all the wooden items painted a green color, which I really liked. Once again, it made it feel very provincial. I guess a lot of the color schemes that I chose kind of harken back to Provence, which is a region in France. So yeah, I really, really like that. I also loved all the sunflower details that I was able to incorporate. I think it just gives the whole house like a breath of fresh air, which is really awesome, I guess. And yeah. Anyway, lots of really nice light pastel colors. That toilet is in an awkward place, which is kind of weird, but I'm pretty sure the Sims will be able to access it. And the last main room that we're going to be furnishing is this kind of, I don't know why, kids bedroom, I guess, but not really. It's more of like a guest bedroom because there's no furnishing that was intended for kids at all, but whatever, it works, I guess. So yeah, this room had a lot of wood pieces as well. The wooden pieces have a white color to them, and I like using that screen that has like the painted watercolor flowers to them. That was a really nice little detail and stuff. So there we go. Oh no, those aren't white actually. All the woods in this room are actually wooden color, which is quite weird that I would actually forget that. But once again, throwing in a bit of some sunflower energy by adding a sunflower item that you kind of have to unlock as well. I like using these unlockable items because they make the room feel more special, and also you get some pieces that you wouldn't normally expect to get when you download a house, which is great. So yeah, and pretty much finishing off the interiors by furnishing this random hallway that kind of links the kitchen to the bedrooms and the bathrooms as well. And yeah, I do try to kind of do things out of my comfort zone because usually I would leave these shelves unfurnished and stuff. You guys will see that in my previous builds, but this time I'm just like, you know what, I'm just gonna decorate them, add a little bit of clutter. It really depends on the house, I guess. You know, if I build a house that was intended to be brand new, then there would be less clutter for sure. But since this house had already been occupied like for generations, I kind of wanted to have like that personal type of touch to the aesthetics. So yeah, moving on to the outside, I'm tackling the lighting first, then we're moving on to the landscaping, which I did try to be a little bit more effortless. Usually I would go all out crazy with the landscaping, but I don't know, I wanted the edges of the lot to kind of feel seamless. Just because it's a lighthouse, I kind of focused a lot on the natural terrain and stuff, because every time you would look at lighthouses online, they would have like this rugged terrain, but there's no such thing in The Sims 4. So this was the most, this was literally the closest lot I could go to that has like a lot of water around it, other than the beach one in Willow Creek, but that was too big for me, so this was just the right one. So for the landscaping, I tried to just go more naturalistic and kind of make it look like the vegetation just grew out of, you know, the house, and, you know, organically, I guess. So there's a lot of hydrangeas, which is my go-to plant. Really, really like using those. And of course, some rocks as well to kind of give you a little bit of that rugged terrain type of feel. But I didn't overdo it because I tend to go over the top with my decorations and stuff, but it actually turned out really nice. I guess the theme that I went for was a little bit more towards the colder climate, I guess, because I guess that's like how most of my decorative choices panned out anyway. I guess like I envisioned this house to be somewhere in like the north, maybe in like Iceland, Nova Scotia, and things like that. Funny thing is that when I was a teenager, my dad gave me like a book a picture book of Nova Scotia, and I'm just like, wow, this is something you give to your teenage son. But I really appreciated that book, though. It looked really nice. That was way back when The Sims 3 first came out. I don't know why I'm talking about it, but I just remember Nova Scotia, looking at all the different colors and stuff like that. And yeah, I did add a little bit of structure by putting in these bushes and stuff. But yeah, I still kept the edges of the lot kind of just natural, as PewDiePie would say. And yeah, placing in these beautiful hedges that are an interesting color. I wish you can actually have different color options for that, because that kind of yellow-green color I do not like at all. And finishing off the landscaping with these alpine looking spruce trees. I do not know what these are called, but I use these trees so often in my builds. They are my go-to trees. They're just small enough that you would actually see some landscaping. And they're also detailed enough that it doesn't make your house look like it needs some more trees. So that's that. I did place 3 of these. I tried to place a different type of tree, but I ended up placing those because they looked the nicest in my opinion. And yeah, I also placed in like some places where you could actually just, you know, sit around, enjoy like a cup of tea and things like that. I wish we actually had like some tea sets. I wish like The Sims could actually do something with some outdoor things, because yeah, other than the stuff that we got for Perfect Patio, because I don't know, just a tea set would be great. You know, I guess you can put a tea maker or something on top of those tables and stuff. But yeah, finishing off this build by adding a random detail that I thought of. I wanted to put in these flower planter boxes, which I think really does complete the whole provincial look of the house. Red, of course, to tie in all the different colors together. And yeah, that is it for these. Oh no, we're gonna add in a nice little fountain detail over there to kind of give a little bit more dynamic decoration on the outside. And yeah, that is it for the speed builds part. So yeah, we are going to go ahead and cut into the floor plans. As you guys can see, right now we're looking at all single floor of this house because there's not much to see. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and actually wrap up my commentary for this video right here, okay guys? So once again, please don't forget to hit that like, favorite, and subscribe button because it really does help out the channel a lot. So yeah, please hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this build, because it was a really fun build for me, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of you guys are also going to enjoy it. It is already up for download on the gallery. You guys can find me #XFreezerBunnyX, or my username is amitaliri. All of that will be linked down in the description as usual. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. You all have an awesome day. Enjoy the rest of the video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.